Here's a quick reminder for you that if God's called you to do something and you feel like every time you step out or you're doing something, but there's no audience, there's no one, what are you doing? Why are you doing it? If you feel like you're questioning as to why you're doing this, what are you doing? How can I make this any better? How am I supposed to do this for you, Lord? I feel like I'm failing you because I can't do the things that you have called me to do, or it's not as successful in the way that I see it as being successful. Well, this is a word of encouragement for you. The Lord, Holy Spirit just spoke to me a minute ago about that exact thing. And he wants you to know that Noah preached, okay? He preached for 120 years and he had not one converted person. Nobody came over into Judaism, and I don't even know if he could even be considered a Jew, but no one even at that time would even listen. No one cared. No one was trying to figure out who Adonai was. He continued to do this day in and day out as he was being laughed at and talked about and everything else. He wasn't very likable to the and he was shunned. Here's a word to you. He continued to do the assignment anyway. And when I asked Holy Spirit, I said, well, but I'm thinking like, well, because he had, he had a good incentive as the reason as to why to do it. And, Holy Spirit told me, he said, because it wasn't just for him, it was for the next generation. And for some of you, you are planters, you are sowers in this time, that God has you sowing seeds. And although it looks like it's dead and you can't see any produce, you're not seeing any productivity, it's because it's all underground right now. And it's for a greater reason. It might not be to feed who you think it is to feed, but you're laying the groundwork for the next generation. So be encouraged and be blessed in knowing that your efforts are not going unseen, because God sees them all, but also your efforts are not fruitless. The harvest just hasn't come yet. And maybe it's not for this generation, but it's for the next. So continue to plow on, continue to be the pioneer, continue to do what God has called you to do. Keep your head up. You are likable. You are loved. You are seen. And he has indeed called you for this time. He has timed everyone's birth on this earth. No one was here by mistake. No one's going to get here by mistake, no matter how any person was born. You are all here for a reason and a purpose. So be encouraged in the Lord. Bye.